Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from Fox News. U.S. Commission on Civil Rights members blast Attorney General Garland for memos on parents protesting school boards. Members asked Garland to provide examples showing how federal involvement is needed in parent protests. First of all, is it their jurisdiction? No. Has any states requested directly for certain school boards from the feds? No. Does every state have its own state police? Yes. Does every local municipality either have a sheriff or a police department to help with security? Yes. You know, I'm beginning to wonder. I am not a tinfoil hat theory person. Never have been. I like hard evidence, or overwhelming circumstantial evidence is sometimes enough. But I begin to wonder. We all know Joe Biden isn't president. We know that. Anybody with two brain cells touching knows he's officially the president by law, but as a practical matter, he is not the president. He has no idea what's going on. And to say that is not making fun of somebody that's sick. I believe he has dementia. Doesn't make him a bad person. It just makes him not qualified to be president. I really and truly think that all the intelligence services, the FBI, CIA, the Justice Department, all of them, Homeland Security, the whole works, are running independently on their own with no guidance from our elected president or sworn-in president, for those of you that don't believe that. But then you have to ask yourself, who is? And I'm beginning to think, by proxy, through other people maybe, people that are being really the president, faceless, nameless, unelected, are taking the marching orders from former President Barack Obama. I believe that now. There's no other explanation. Occam's razor. Usually the simplest explanation is the correct one. Members asked Garland to prove examples showing Fed involvement is needed in parent protests. Let's read on. 4 out of 8, that's half, of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights have penned a letter to U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland chastising him for his recent memo regarding parents who protest school boards. Merrick Garland, if you remember, was turned away as a candidate for the Supreme Court. Democrats said it fairly, but it was the unwritten rule. At the end of a president's term, you don't put somebody in. It's just the way it is. We write to express our concerns regarding a recent memorandum issued by your office. The 4 members wrote in a letter questioning Garland's motive for issuing the memo, which instructed the FBI to take the lead on a task force to address threats against school officials, including creating a centralized way to report such threats. The members who signed onto the letter include Commissioners Crisarano, Adams, Roy, and Gilchrist. Now, here's the thing. These guys want centralized power in government. The brilliancy of the founders, and what we've made so far, I mean, it's getting less and less, is decentralized power. Even President Obama, former president, said concerning the elections how safe they were because we're so decentralized. There's no central. It's the secret of our success. Even he said that. Now they want centralized power and control. They want national FBI and other agencies. The Capitol Police are opening up offices all over the country. The secret of our success, the brilliancy of our system, is a decentralized government all over the country, i.e. states and lower. Now they want it all out of one place. One size fits all. And that's the problem in Washington. The 45% of people that don't agree with them just don't exist. And these are some of the people at these school groups. They're invisible. Your memorandum does not cite any specific examples of harassment, intimidation, threats of violence that would provide any basis for a law enforcement action by the department. We are concerned that much of what the National Board of, I believe it's the board that represents school board districts, National School Board Association, calls threats and acts of intimidation compared to domestic terrorism and hate crimes can be merely classified as political speech. Wrong speak? Maybe that. Look that up. Providing examples of political speech, the members insisted that a parent concerned with a local school board's policy may portend an electoral challenge against an incumbent school board member. Yeah, when the parent says, okay, you know what? You guys suck. You suck, naming somebody individually. We're going to put you out the next election. We're going to back a candidate, or I'm going to run for the school board myself, and we're going to throw you out of here. Yeah, that's perfectly legitimate. Adding that the move would be well within the parents' First Amendment rights and well without the department's purview as a federal law enforcement agency. And well without the department's purview, which means they don't have jurisdiction. We have combed the internet for signs that parents petitioning school boards are anything approaching a national problem, which it isn't. The members continue in the letter, nearly all of what we have seen so far makes us proud to be Americans. Parents care about the education of their children and are not willing to allow them to be indoctrinated into a radical ideology. Remember where this is coming from. The U.S. Commission on Civil Rights. Okay? It's amazing. The members also concluded that if a few of these parents had gotten out of hand and made threats, then local law enforcement is entirely appropriate in handling the situation. Oh, that's what they pay local taxes for. Incredible. The members also asked Garland whether he was surprised that concerned parents across the country view his memorandum as an endorsement of the National School Board Association's description of their protests compared with domestic terrorism. Because all progressives and leftists think this. If you confront them about the ideology, you're automatically a fascist. Period. And that's what fascists do. They deflect everything. So whenever they accuse somebody of doing something, progressives and leftists, you can guarantee that's what they're doing themselves. The member closed the letter by asking Garland to provide specific examples of harassment. Well, up to this point, this is all they've gotten so far as far as harassment goes. And that is a local school board meeting. And I don't understand. Where's the evidence? Remember, people that are older will remember this one. Where's the beef? Being there's an Omaha Steaks advertisement there, I thought that'd be appropriate. Hey, where's the evidence? Where's the beef? Show us some harassment, intimidation, and threats of violence. I'm sure there's a couple of asshats here and there. Thousands and thousands of school board meetings. I doubt if you can come up with 10. 10. And here is Attorney General Garland's response. Nothing. It's an intimidation factor, pure and simple. But they're going to try to make mama bears, and in some cases papa bears, mostly the PO'd mothers, to back down and be intimidated. Good luck with that. Just while the COVID is being slowly weirded out or getting back to normal, or at least some states are, they're putting this nonsense in. A year before, less than a year before the midterm elections. These people are crazy. To finish the article, Garland's memo came shortly after the National School Board Association sent a letter to President Biden claiming some rhetorical clashes between school boards and parents may amount to domestic terrorism. The NSBA letter invoked the Patriot Act, which Congress passed to deal with terrorism in the wake of 9/11 attacks. I remember, and I was a Democrat back then. I was a local elected official in the early 2000s. And I recall the Patriot Act, and I was against it then. Because why? Because people suck. All people suck, including myself. I like to think I'm on the end that sucks the least. But once you have power, and you have the Patriot Act power, secret FISA courts, documents that can't be seen, affidavits sent to a FISA judge that nobody could ever look at and authenticate? No, it's wrong. It never should have been passed. It should have been taken out, but it's not going to. Maybe we got somebody with a set of wherewithals to do it. We'll see. But this is what they're doing. They're trying to intimidate people. They're trying to intimidate mothers. They're trying to protect their children. These people are stupid. I have no idea what their strategy is now, except for doing one thing: pitting half the country against the other half. And there's nothing good could come out of that. I'm personally convinced, through proxies, that former President Barack Obama, I'll be respectful and use this whole president, is the president through proxies in the White House that are running it. I believe that now. How much of an extent he's involved, or his people, or just his ideologies, I don't know. Maybe someday we'll find out. But what they're trying to do is a national power grab. All local. Here's the way it works. These school board members, most of them are progressives and leftists. Remember words, hate speech, silence is violence, and all that stupidity? That if you act aggressively verbally, then you're a Nazi and a fascist, and you're threatening me, you're threatening my truth, and I feel uncomfortable. Whether I have a right to feel uncomfortable or not, it's a different issue. If you make me feel uncomfortable, we have to silence you. And that has been the mantra of the left for years. We'll see what happens. You have half the Civil Rights Commission, the U.S. Commission, sending a letter to the Attorney General. Now, the other four, they might very well agree with it. They just didn't want to put their name on the letter. Who knows? But it's wrong, and it's backfiring. And I don't think they know what to do. And every single time something backfires on progressive Democrats, every single time they do one thing and one thing only, especially when they're in power. They always double down. We'll see how far they push this. Time will tell. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.